Hi everyone, welcome to our science adventure. Today, we're going to talk about energy. Energy is all around us, it helps us see, feel warmth, and hear sounds. We'll explore the three forms of energy you use every day: light, heat, and sound. By the end of this video, you'll see that energy is everywhere, even in places you don't expect. Energy is what makes things happen. Without energy, nothing would move, nothing would light up, and nothing would make a sound. Think about your body. You need food to give you energy so you can play, run, and study. Machines need energy too. Cars need fuel, and lamps need electricity. So remember, energy is the power that keeps our world moving. Energy comes in many forms, but today we'll focus on three very important ones: light energy, heat energy, and sound energy. Light lets us see, heat keeps us warm, and sound lets us hear and communicate. These three forms of energy are part of our everyday lives, and they make the world exciting. Light energy helps us see the world around us. The biggest source of light is the sun. Without sunlight, our planet would be dark and cold, and plants and animals would not survive. But we also have other sources of light. We use lamps and flashlights at night, and even nature gives us light, like fireflies that glow in the dark. Imagine a world without light. We wouldn't be able to see our friends, read books, or even play games. Heat energy makes things warm. The sun is our main source of heat. It warms the earth, helps plants grow, and gives us a comfortable environment. But there are many other sources of heat too. Fire keeps us warm when it's cold. Stoves and ovens use heat to cook our food. Even friction, when two things rub together, produces heat. For example, try rubbing your hands quickly. Do you feel them getting warmer? That's heat energy in action. Sound energy is energy we can hear. It comes from vibrations. When something shakes or moves back and forth, it makes the air vibrate, and those vibrations reach our ears as sound. That's how we hear music, voices, and even laughter. Sound comes from so many sources, like a ringing phone, a barking dog, or a drum being hit. Without sound, we couldn't talk to each other or listen to our favorite songs. Now let's look more closely at where these energies come from. Light. The sun is the biggest source of light, but we also get light from lamps, fire, and even lightning during a storm. Heat. Again, the sun gives us most of our heat, but fire, stoves, and even your own body can produce heat. Sound. Musical instruments, like guitars and drums, make sound. Animals like birds, cats, and dogs make sound too. Machines like cars and televisions are also sources of sound. Everywhere you go, you'll find light, heat, and sound. Heat energy has interesting effects on matter. Let's see how it changes solids, liquids, and gases. In solids, heat can make them melt. For example, ice melts into water when it gets warm. In liquids, heat can make them boil and turn into gas, like when water boils and becomes steam. In gases, heat makes them spread out or expand. That's why a balloon can pop if it gets too hot in the sun. The air inside expands. So heat doesn't just make things warm, it actually changes the way matter behaves. Sound energy also has special effects. Sound travels by moving through materials. It can pass through solids, liquids, and gases. But sound travels at different speeds. Sound moves fastest through solids, like metal or wood, because the particles are very close together. It moves slower in liquids, like water, and slowest in gases, like air. Here's something cool. If you put your ear on a train track, you can hear the train coming before you see it, because sound travels quickly through the solid metal. Amazing, right? Let's wrap up what we learned today. Energy is the power that makes things happen. The three forms we studied are light, heat, and sound. Light helps us see, heat keeps us warm, and sound helps us hear. These forms of energy come from many sources, like the sun, fire, machines, and even living things. Energy can also affect matter. Heat can melt, boil, or expand things, and sound can travel through solids, liquids, and gases. Remember, energy is all around us, making our world bright, warm, and full of sound.